preach the word. My brothers and sisters, growing up in a little town about 50 miles east of here called Emmett, Louisiana, I heard a lot of cliches. I heard sayings like, I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see this, and I never thought I'd see that. My brothers and my sisters, we are living in I never thought I'd see the day times. Yeah. I never thought I'd see the day when the house of God is so disrespectful. I never thought I'd see the day when love of brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers have waxed cold. I never thought I'd see the day when children would talk back to their parents and even fight their parents. Excuse me, I didn't have a flash. I thought I was talking back to my mama, so I ducked. Then I did a witness. Y'all, that needs to sink in. I know we got some folks running for judgeships in here. They won't put you in jail if you take care of them. Yeah, I heard an old preacher say if you take care of them before they learn the number, when they get old enough, they'll never call the number. See, the problem is we don't take care of them, and then when they get old, you want to kill them. It's too late then. Can I get a witness? I love to tell people my age. I'm 53 years old. Ain't God good? I say, ain't God good? And I go home sometimes, Pastor Reverend Porter, my mama be getting on my last nerve. She just be throwing one of her fits, and she look around, and that car be gone. So she'll wait about an hour. Hello? You got mad, so you went home. Yes, ma'am. I love you too, mama. I'll see you next week. Bye. Amen. The Bible says, honor your mother and your father, that your days may be long upon this earth. It didn't say till you were 21. It didn't say till you were grown and had your own family. I want to be here as long as I can. And since I got my own house and I don't agree with mama in her house, I go to my house. I never thought I'd see the day. I'm still there. Yeah, I never thought I'd see the day where you people living in your house, where you paying the mortgage, where you buying the groceries, where you got to buy clothes for them, where you got to loan them your car, where you got to give them some money, got the nerve to tell you what to do. I never thought I'd see the day where you got to lock up in your own house. Where I come from, they used to go make groceries. They didn't shop for groceries. They go make groceries. And if mama saw something she wanted and it was special. Yeah. I said, why you ain't saying nothing about your daddy, son? Because he wasn't there. Can I get a witness? Mama went and bought something special and she said, y'all see this here? This mine, don't touch it. Can I get a witness? This here, don't touch. I don't care how thirsty you got. I don't care how hungry you are. You bite your fingernails before you eat that. Can I get a witness? But now you got to take groceries and put a refrigerator in your house. I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see the day where men. Oh, good God Almighty. When I was growing up in another country town, if you had got to be of age and you were mischievous and rebellious, and you went to the street corner, you know, and the boys on the corner who was already in trouble with the law, they wouldn't let you come on the corner. You did what? You cussed your mama, we already in trouble with God. You get away from us. Can I get a witness? I never thought I'd see the day where we have folks, old folks, that's why I said old folks, going talking about don't let them get old but close. Age ain't nothing but a number. And we want to know why they don't respect the elders anymore. We want to know why there's no power in your witness anymore. Because we have left what God said. I remember growing up, if the preacher turned the corner, if you had a good beer, you wasted it because you didn't want to see him with you. See that beer next to you. Can I get a witness? If they came when you were smoking a cigarette, you take the cigarette and cover it in your hand, put it behind your back, and you will walk with Deaconess Sister Jones all the way down the street. She said, "You all behave." Y'all said, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we here." But look, I want to see y'all at church sometime here. "Yes, ma'am." We walk her out the way. When she said, "We're going to talk to you later, Miss Mary." Keep your cigarette with half on. Can I get a witness? But they have respect. Can I get a witness? I'm going somewhere, y'all. But not only that, but when we were passing the corner, I remember when I first learned how to drive, and all we had was WYLD out of New Orleans. Can I get a witness? And you drive, you want to turn the radio up, you and your friends in the car. But when we got near the church, y'all don't get me. See, y'all sitting there like y'all got amnesia. Well, amnesia. Can I get a witness? Yeah. You know, we were passing in front of the church. We turned the music down. How many of y'all remember that? Because we respected God's house. Can I get a witness? If you were walking and were telling a joke or talking about something, you ain't had no business with that. "Hold up, man, wait till you pass the church." Oh, Pastor Gibson, but I stopped by to tell you in times like you got to preach the word. Because not only will they cuss you out there, but they'll come up in here and tell you all of their mind. Not a piece of their mind, but all of their mind. In times like preach the word. Preach the word, my brothers and sisters, in this text. We are, I got to drop this on you. You know, we in this political season, and I'm not saying it because y'all here, but I got to say it. All right. And all this stuff coming up about same-sex marriage and all this kind of stuff. Everybody, okay, good. The Bible says all unrighteousness is sin. Same-sex is a sin. Hate me because the color of my skin is a sin. If same-sex marriage and hate me to cover my skin is a sin, well, guess what? When you see me in need and you want me in a soup line and standing on a corner begging for food, that's a sin. Can I get away with it? Guess what, brothers and sisters? All unrighteousness. Yeah. Ain't no big sin, no little sin. Ain't no white sin, ain't no black sin. Ain't no Baptist sin, no Pentecostal sin. Sin is sin. But they were arguing on that radio and they were on that television show. They were just having that. And an old preacher out of Shreveport, Louisiana, called in and said something that just blew my mind. He said, "The problem with the church today," he didn't say America. He said, "The problem with the church today is we got politicians preaching and preachers politics." Y'all just sit there. Y'all ain't catch that. In times like these, we gotta preach the word. Can I get a witness? If it's wrong for you, it's wrong for the politician. Can I get a witness? The politicians don't have no reason to be dictating what the church ought to be. Jesus said, "Upon this rock, I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." Guess what? This is the law. And Jesus is Lord. Tell your neighbor, I never thought I'd see the day. Here we have the Lord Jesus. Brothers and sisters, you do know in this 4th chapter, he was led of the Spirit to be tempted of the devil. And he was led into the wilderness 40 days and 40 nights. He fasted and hungered and he was thirsty. And he was hungry physically. Can I get a witness? But because he denied himself, the physical self, the spiritual man was able to have strength in difficult times. The problem we are having in society today, too many of us are not only weak physically, but we are weak spiritually. And when you're both physically and spiritually weak, you're going to resort to what you know, and that is physical. Can I get a witness here? You know how he overcame the temptations of the devil. But then after that, he was also baptized. Do I have a witness? But after that, he comes now to Nazareth, the city in which he was brought up. Can I get a witness? And he got to the synagogue, which was the church at that time. He went to the synagogue where he had been brought up, and he stood up to read. Here was God incarnated in flesh, but he stood up to read his word. Because he was in the beginning. The word was with God, and the word was God. And the word became flesh, and we beheld him as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and full of truth. He stood up to read his word to his people. Do I have a witness? And then he says this, and the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. I stopped by Pastor Gibson to tell you and to tell this congregation that everywhere the Spirit leads us, everywhere the Spirit leads us, God will equip us with what we need. And his anointing is his power. Can I get away? But how many of y'all know we don't go everywhere the Spirit tells us to go? Can I get a witness here? We don't go everywhere the Spirit say go. Amen? But when we do what thus say the Lord, he has equipped us. He has anointed me to preach the gospel. And all my brothers and sisters, I stopped by to tell you, he had to preach the gospel. Jesus says, I come to preach the gospel to the poor. Can I get a witness? And the gospel is the good news. Not only to those who are physically poor, but those who are spiritually poor. Oh, brothers and sisters, when you get in Matthew chapter 5, Jesus seeing the multitude, he went up into a mountain and he was set. His disciples came unto him and he opened his mouth and he taught them, saying, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Guess what? At that point, he wasn't talking about no physically poor. He was talking about those of us who come to the realization that I got to have Jesus. For I just can't make it by myself. For without Jesus, I would be like a ship without a sail. Can I get a witness? I would be tossed to and fro. You and I got to come to the realization that it's Jesus in the morning. It's Jesus in the noonday. And it's Jesus in the midnight hour. Anybody here got to have Jesus? I said, not want to have him, got to have him. I heard the songwriter say every second, every minute, every hour of the day, through the week, through the month, through the year, Lord, I pray, I got to have Jesus, because I just can't make it. Poor in spirit. Poor in spirit. See, they poor in spirit, folks say, but. I know what the Lord says, but. Heaven and earth shall pass away. All right. But my word gonna stand forever. I've exalted my word high above all my name. You can call it what you want to call it. But if you don't do what his word say, he said you're just a tinkling cymbal making a lot of noise like an empty wagon. Can I get away? Tell somebody you have to obey God's word. He said, preach the gospel to the poor. And not only that, he said, I got to heal the broken heart. And I help the broken heart. Got to heal the broken heart. Do I have any witnesses here? That speaks to those who have been crushed. Brothers and sisters, he knows those. They need to know that Jesus cares about them. And that he's working on their behalf. Because guess what? Romans 8:28 says, for we know that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Oh, brothers and sisters, the brokenhearted, a lot of folks are crushed. They're crushed from being under abusive relationships and abusive homes, and they're crushed because people have talked down to them and treated them any kind of way. And that's why it's so important, Pastor, in times like these, we got to preach the word. We got to preach politics. We got to preach poetry. We have to preach the word of God. Can I get a witness here? My brothers and sisters, they are crushed. You and I have been in some situations where we were crushed. Oh, brothers and sisters, somebody here, heart is still broken. All right. They're still in a sorrowful state. But I stopped by to tell you, Jesus is there. He is passing by. And all you have to do is say, Lord, have mercy on me. Can I get a witness here? My brothers and sisters, in times like these, Pastor, preach the word to the poor. Heal the brokenhearted. But see, our problem is we don't want to heal the brokenhearted. We want to help the brokenhearted. Do you know why you stop the people on the corner talking about the work for food and all that? You know why every time somebody asks you something, you give them $1? Because it don't mean nothing. All right. $1 don't mean nothing. Somebody asks you, help me get here. Give them $1. Can of Coke cost you $1 now. That's the Bible. I said it can. Can I get a witness? When you go to McDonald's, the value meal cost you $5. A pack of cigarettes cost how much? You know, it costs you that much. But then when we come to church, and we eliminated this. When I first started pastoring the church, we used to have a mission off. You know, they pull off. And all you would hear was ching, ching, ching. For the poor, y'all, they go ahead and get their chain. Y'all know the truth. And they put their chains in the poor. So I told them one Sunday, I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go get me one of these Kingwood water jugs. And I'm going to set that jug right here, and all that change y'all put in the mission, the help folk, I'm going to put that chain right here. And when you need your light bill paid, I'm going to say, yeah, you can have it right there. And y'all will leave here and say, it's a shame that you got what you needed. It's a shame they gave me all this chain. No, it's a shame you put that chain in church. Can I get a little? In times like this, you got to preach the word. He said, not only the gospel to the poor and to heal the brokenhearted, but I got to preach deliverance to the captive. Oh, heaven, Holy Ghost. All right. Oh, can I get a witness? Yes. Oh, they've been captive. They're under Satan's influence. Yes. Oh, my brothers and my sisters, we as a people have been held captive. And not what you think, but we've been held captive. We are in captivity because the grocery store used to be when the store on the corner, they used to open at 7 o'clock now. But now they don't open at 9 and 10 because we don't own them no more. All right. Can I get a witness? Yeah, but now the store open at 9 or 10 and they out there at 5 in the morning waiting for them to open. Yes, sir. Standing around waiting for them to open to get them a 40 ounce. Somebody said, to get them a 24 ounce for 99 cents. Can I get a witness? To get them some cigarettes, to get some pigtails at 7 o'clock in the morning. Fried turkey wings. Can I get a witness? To get them, because they've been held captive. In their mind, they've been held captive. Their captivity to crack cocaine and marijuana smoking. Good God Almighty. Tyrann Matthew got the world before him. Got millions before him. And can't stop smoking that funny cigarette. Can I get a witness? To threw his life away because he's been held. Y'all pay attention. Can I get a witness? Nobody walks from his home. Can I get a witness? Because he's been held captive. Our children are dropping out of school, not out of high school, but they're dropping out of school in middle school because they've been held captive. You think that dropping out of school make you a big man, having a baby at 12 and 13 now make you a woman? Can I get a witness? Get your name tattooed in your chest, down your side, around your back, down your ears, around your head. Don't you think about thank you somebody? You been held. You been held captive. Those of you who got two niggas rubbed together, running around with your head up in the air like you're smelling something because you've been held. You think you're more important than that brother or that sister. If it hadn't been for the Lord who was on my side, there goes me. If it hadn't been for the Lord who was on your side, you would be in that situation. Can I get a witness? It's time. We got to preach the word. We got to preach the word. I don't care who is the White House. I don't care who is the governor's house. Bobby Jindal trying to hurt us all he could. But he found out the folk down there on Howard Road, they was quiet for a long time. But he kept on cutting. And he kept on cutting. And he kept on cutting. But sooner or later, the folk gospel to the poor. Heal the brokenhearted. Preach deliverance to the captive. Do you know folks come to church that's in the middle of domestic violence going on in their home? But because they love the Lord, they put some makeup on and dress up and act like ain't nothing going on. Deacon so-and-so beat his wife up last night. Y'all don't know nothing about it. The usher busted her husband's head on last night. And you don't know nothing about it. He said he was shaving his head and cut himself. Can I get it? Oh, my brothers and sisters, we have the same problem in the world that's going on in the church. I heard Tony Evans say in his book, America's Only Hope, he said America is not suffering from the sins of the world because of the sins of the world, because sinners are doing what sinners are supposed to do. And that's sin. Can I get a revelation? He said, but America is suffering because of the sins of the church. He said, we become weak in our mission to be the light of the world and the salt of the earth. I heard RKU say in his book, The Discipline of a Saved Man, he said, a sick church can't have a sick world. Guess what? We got just as much lying going on in the church as we got in the world. We got just as much shacking up going on in the church that's going on in the world. We got enough hatred in the church that's going on in the world. And how can we change the world when we sick? How many fishermen I got? How many of y'all love fishing? How many of y'all love little fishing in a boat? See, when you put the boat in the water, that's how it's supposed to be, right? But when water starts getting in the boat, you got some problems. Jesus told the church to go into the world. He didn't tell the world to come into the church. Can I get a witness? And we're taking on water and want to know why people don't want to come to church. Don't be drowned. In times like these, preach the word. Then he says, recover the sight to the blind. I'm still in verse 18. To give sight to the blind, those who have been blinded by the smoke. Satan's power has deceived us. Go around talking about it ain't gonna happen to me. I heard F.C. Barnes and Janice Brown say, can't you see what drugs are doing? Can't you see what drugs are doing? You used to know Willie. They go around to Willie. He was the smartest man in school. But now he don't even know which way is up. Woo! Look at Shay. She was Miss Capital High School. Do I have any winners in there? Yeah, look at Rev. Rev used to be the preacher around the corner. But he ran crack now. Can I get Look at her. You know, she worked here and had a good job, but she lost her job. All because it ain't gonna happen to me. I'm here to tell you, all of Satan's apples have worms in them. And Satan he can make you feel good, but afterwards it's gonna hurt. Tell your neighbor it's gonna hurt. But as I get ready to leave y'all this morning, he said to preach recovering of sight to the blind. And that's why I love the old song of the church. They used to say that Dr. Watts. It was God's amazing grace. It just wasn't great, it was amazing. It was God's amazing grace that saved a wretch like me. For I once was lost, but now I'm found. I once was blind, but now I see. And see, a lot of folks don't want to come to the Lord and give Him their lives because they're worried about what y'all think and what y'all gonna say. I joined church today. You joined church. When you used to come around, they remember when. How y'all remember when? Y'all I remember when we used to see you coming. We used to have to hide our liquor because you would drink just dry. I fuck with them all. Yeah, I remember, girl, you got 3 children, man. None of them got the same thing. You remember that time when you and so-and-so got caught over about something? They always remember it. I remember you went to jail at so many, at so many times they tell me, you got your own say. And I remember this, and I remember that. I remember people in the world. But guess what? I want to help you this morning. That's why you got to get your sight back. Can I get a witness? You got to get set free. Can I get a witness? Look at somebody and say, neighbor, I don't know what you know about me, but I don't know what you heard about me. But guess what? I remember what you done too. Can I get a witness? You ain't always been who you are. You ain't always got it at the across there. But can I ask you a question? Ask somebody. But can I ask you a question? Y'all, I need y'all help. Can I ask you a question? Whatever you remember about me, can I ask you a question? Look at her and say, can I ask you a question? How you like that now? Can I get a witness? I used to be a drunk addict. I used to be a drunk. I used to be a homer. I used to be a bad man. And I used to be a liar. But since I'm in Jesus, I said, since I'm in Jesus, I said, ain't it all right? I said, ain't it all right? Yeah! You got to preach the word. You got to set liberty those that have been bruised. Yeah, I had a fall sometimes. I've been so far down, I was almost level to the ground. But Jesus will reach way back, and he'll pick you up, he'll turn you around, he'll place your feet on solid ground. Say yeah, yeah. Ain't it all right? Do you love my Jesus? Do you love the Lord? Preach the word, preach an acceptable year of the Lord. I know you want to hear about prosperity. I know you want to hear about how to get some more. But if you get it without Jesus, you're not going to keep it. So I got to tell you, living, he loved me, dying, he saved me, buried, he carried my sins away, and rising, he justified me, freed me. Anybody free? Are you glad you're free? Free me forever. Say yeah. It's time. See, some of y'all, the old folks still looking at me. You new folks don't know them songs. Can I get a witness? But the old folks still looking at me. Can I get a witness? I say, can I get a witness? The old folks still looking at me. But I'm going to my seat. Gibson, in times like these, preach the word. Tell 150 years. They took my Lord and my Savior and led him down the Via Dolorosa. They led him to a hill called Calvary. They stretched him wide, put nails in his hands, just for you